Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at Karan Ann Brown, spelled with two A's. It says she went missing on New Year's of 1980, January 1st, from Olympia, Washington. She was only 26 years old. When they do this, I always question, do they actually know when she went missing? When they don't know the height. She's 4'8" to 5'4". 4'8" to 5'4", and that is so much of a difference between the two. And I don't understand how they don't know how tall she was. You would think that somebody would know how tall she was, right? Did she not have a driver's license? Last known to be in the Olympia and Tacoma areas. So they're not sure where she was, and she may have resided as transient homeless individual in the 1980s. So they don't know when she went missing. She was known to hitchhike the interstates from Washington, California, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Texas, and Virginia. So she could be a Jane Doe that is pretty much anywhere in those areas, and between 4'8" and 5'4". So that's a bummer, but at least they know that she has black hair and blue eyes, and at least they have a photo. Last car note from 1980 was a blue and silver Pontiac Firebird. So she had a Pontiac Firebird? Why was she hitchhiking? That's confusing. And then when you go to the images and documents, it does give you a picture of her. And she was a very pretty young lady, wasn't she? So, I don't know. So if you have any information, please contact authorities. And here's the contact for the Olympia Police Department. Maybe you could call them or email them, and there's a case number. So maybe you gave them information years ago, but you don't know if they still have that information because, you know, it's been through a lot of investigators, and it might have been on paper, and it might have been lost. Or, you know, or maybe you were afraid to give the information, or maybe you weren't sure if the information was relevant. Maybe it was hearsay, you heard it through the grapevine. But any information that you could give them if you knew her or have any information about what might have happened to her. I would give them any information you possibly can about anything about her. You know, if you knew where she worked, if you knew where she stayed, if you knew who she hung out with or where she lived. Anything to help them solve her case, to help them figure out what happened to her. Anyway, don't forget to pray for her and her family and her loved ones. And please feel free to leave comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.